Hello there YouTube, do you struggle to defend on FIFA 23? Well then this video is for you. Guys, I want you to focus on my words, yes, and pay attention to these clips. But with that being said, you might have heard these things before, but something big is going to happen today if you grasp this video, guys. So pay close attention, right? In this example, you can see once again, we are playing our 4-4-2, the tactics that I released yesterday, right? We are focused, fully focused, and we are only focusing on keeping our shape. Keeping your defensive shape is the most important thing that most people tend to ignore, right? They always pull their players out of position. Now, see, what most players would do is they would switch to their Maldini and bring him in front of Mbappe, right? And which is not the wrong thing to do, but it will still give the opponent some kind of space. Even some very good top pro players, they will make this mistake sometimes, right? Instead, what will we do? We will focus on bringing our Bellingham back. Now, this is not to say that defend with your CMs. That is something wrong. This is the wrong concept you guys have, and you need to change this, right? Bringing your CMs back is good way of defending, but that is also an entirely wrong way of defending. After I brought Bellingham back, look, now I have made sure that I have cut the pass into Mbappe, and now I am using running jockey with Mendy while holding R1. So there will be pressure applied on Pele, the ball carrier, and while I'm covering the dangerous run of Messi, Bellingham is cutting the dangerous pass into Mbappe. You see how I am able to shut down two dangerous situations at once. This is all defending is about, right? If you do not focus on these things, you will not improve as a FIFA player. If you rush your players out of position, you will not improve. Also, one more thing, guys, if you only focus on bringing your CMs back, you will not improve. So what do I mean by that? You need to find a balance, right? See, in this example, I will take a calculated risk. In this example, you can see I take a calculated risk with Lucio. I will run in front of Ginola while giving the opponent all this empty red space. Now, is this a risk? Yes. But is it calculated? Yes. Like most players, I will rush, but then this is something not many players will do. I will switch back to Lucio and I will run back with him. Let this clip play out in full and you will see what I mean, right guys? So you need to focus on this thing because this is often neglected. Once again, I am bringing my CMs back, but not only am I bringing them back, I have made sure that my team is defending in a perfect shape. I have my 4-4-2. LM, RMs, both CMs in perfect positioning. 4 defenders are in perfect positioning. While I have also made sure that I am cutting the dangerous pass into Pele with my Bellingham. How am I able to do that? I am able to do that with the help of running jockey, and I am also switching between my CMs and cutting passes. I am just not running back with one CM. This is the mistake you guys make. You pick one CM and then you run back with him. And when you see that, okay, we are in trouble, you switch to your center backs and run out of position with them. If you are fundamentally good, you will concede less goals. And this is against a professional player, one of the top professional players in the region, right? Once again, you can see what am I doing with Bellingham? I am jockeying downwards, running jockey and cutting the pass into Mbappe. Now, once again, my defense is in perfect shape while I am also cutting both of his dangerous passes. My Valverde has marked his pass into Ginola and I manually marked his pass into Mbappe, right? This is very simple only if you pay attention and if you focus on this, right? Once again, I am also making sure that I am applying pressure. I get closer to him. You do not always sit back, defend. Sometimes you have to come up and apply pressure. This is called passive aggressive defending. And sometimes, like you can see with Maldini, you have to switch and run back. Defending is all about 3 to 4 rules. Cut the most dangerous through pass. Second rule of defense is to keep a straight back line. Third rule of defense is to make sure that you have maintained enough gap between yourself and the opponent. The moment the opponent takes the bad touch or he takes too much time on the ball, that is when you run at him, rush at him and try to get the ball back. This is called passive aggressive defending. So if you can nail passive aggressive defending with correct defensive positioning, you will improve. Why do I get beaten over here? Because I was switching too much. Once the opponent is in your box, make sure you're not trying to switch too much, because if you over switch, you will concede. After the patch, if you defend this way, guys, it's so effective because through balls are not that overpowered. They are still overpowered. And in that situation, you need to master right stick switching. So mechanically, right stick switching, running jockey, second man press, and gas and brake technique. These 4 things you need to nail. But every player has good mechanics at some point, right? If you're playing in elite division, you have 600-700 skill rating, it means you're mechanically good. But if you're still struggling to defend, that means the way you approach defending is wrong and you need to change that approach. And hopefully this video has helped you change that approach. Now click here to learn the best 4-4-2 custom tactics post patch.